Welcome to Leopard Farm. As I drove home to visit my family, I couldn't shake the heavy feeling in my chest when I glanced out at our fields. What should have been a beautiful stretch of golden rice, ripe and ready for harvest, was now a heartbreaking mess, trampled flat and churned into thick mud. Packs of wild boars had rampaged through like a relentless storm, destroying months of back-breaking labor in just a few nights. That's exactly why we hunt them. It's not just about saving my own crops. It's about protecting the livelihoods of everyone in our tight-knit little community who poured their sweat and time into these fields. Every morning at precisely 6 a.m., the automatic feeder kicks on, spilling out a big pile of corn. The sharp clatter of the mechanism and the sweet smell of fresh grain spreading through the air never fail to draw them in. The sharp crack of my rifle echoed like a dinner bell through the wilderness. Moments later, a massive figure stepped out from the tree lean and strolled confidently toward the boat. As the huge bull moose dropped its head to feed, totally unaware of danger, I felt that familiar rush. This was the moment. Perfect. I steadied my breathing, lifted the rifle, lined up the crosshairs on the vital area, and squeezed the trigger. The shot shattered the morning stillness, and the moose dropped instantly. One clean shot, one clean kill. The hunt was underway. Less than an hour later, my buddy's voice crackled over the radio. He connected too. Before long, more reports rolled through the valleys like distant thunder, each one signaling another successful harvest. These controlled hunts were doing exactly what they were meant to, helping keep the herd healthy and the ecosystem in balance. So far, everything was unfolding just as we'd hoped. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, we pushed deeper into the dense woods, setting up in spots that offered clear lines of sight. Drawing on years of hunting these same trails, I picked what felt like the perfect stand, a thick cluster of trees downwind, with a direct view of a small open clearing that served as a natural travel corridor for game. It wasn't long before a sounder of wild hogs appeared, rooting and grunting their way into I stayed steady, waiting for the right moment. When the biggest boar, the clear dominant one, stepped fully into the open, I gently squeezed the trigger. The shot was clean and true. He dropped instantly. The herd exploded into chaos, scattering in every direction through the underbrush. It was quick, humane, and exactly what years of practice in these woods had prepared me for. That single moment made all the early mornings and long hikes worthwhile. Then the radio crackled, Ethan's voice cutting through, asking us to move up and join him. We grabbed our gear and headed his way. Whatever came next.
Good.
As we crested the hill, there they were, a big sounder of wild hogs rooting around in the clearing below. Full-grown boars mixed in with younger ones, all focused on feeding and oblivious to us watching from above. The strategy was straightforward. Drop the dominant boar first to scatter the group and break their confidence. I stayed calm, eased around into the chamber, settled the crosshairs, and squeezed. The shot connected clean, and the big lead boar went down hard. We worked methodically after that, picking our shots and dropping the rest one by one until the main threats were only then did we let ourselves relax a little, though everyone knew we weren't done yet. As the sun dipped low and the evening cooled off, the prime time when hogs really start moving, we slipped back into position near the feeder. The sounder that showed up next had no idea they were walking right into our setup. I centered on the biggest boar in the group, took a steady breath, and touched off the shot. He dropped clean in his tracks. It was the perfect cap to a long, intense day out in the field. Hey folks, welcome back to Leopard Farm. Ever lie awake at night, staring into the shadows across America's vast landscapes, wondering what's out there when the moon rises. That chilling chorus of howls slicing through the quiet. It's the warning sign of a wolf pack on the prowl, fierce, unstoppable hunters that can decimate whole herds in one brutal night, shattering farmers' livelihoods and rattling entire rural towns. But exactly how many animals are they taking down? And what's the real hit to ranchers' wallets? The numbers might just blow your mind. Stick with me as we dig into the facts. And hey, if you're enjoying this, smash that subscribe button. We're pushing hard for 1,000 subscribers, and every one of you counts. Back in January 2024, Washington State saw a massive spike in wolf attacks, logging 156 verified cases of wolf harming or killing cattle. That's the most ever since they started tracking this stuff. Over in California, the expanding gray wolf packs are ramping up strikes on livestock, hitting hardest in counties like Siskiyou, Lassen, Plumas, and Sierra. Ranchers are feeling the pain in their pockets too. Like one guy in Grand County, Colorado, who submitted a claim topping $400,000 for losses from wolf kills and the stress it put on his surviving animals. Stories like these highlight the tough realities for folks raising livestock in areas where wolves are making a strong comeback. As the wolf assaults ramp up and folks in affected areas clamor for real solutions, authorities have put out a global SOS for top-tier hunters to rein in the exploding packs. They've handpicked over 500 of the best marksmen from around the world for this tightly controlled operation, making sure every step is done right and responsibly. To get in on it, hunters need valid big game fitness, solid skills in stalking and shooting, and a commitment to quick, clean takedowns under strict guidelines. Sweetening the deal, the feds are dishing out bounties from $2,000 up to $8,000 per wolf, based on its size and where it's bagged. Every hunting season, skilled teams work together to cull wolf numbers by 20 to 30%, playing a key role in balancing ecosystems and safeguarding livestock from harm. But make no mistake, hunting these animals is no walk in the park. Wolves are smart, lightning fast, and wildly unpredictable, especially when they hunt in tight-knit packs and strike back if cornered. Take a recent incident